Welcome back. We're here talking with Durant head wrestling coach Jim Weisrock on kind of previewing the season, and now we're getting into the meat of the talk, I guess, here with actual competition. It starts tonight.
Yep.
You guys travel over to Davenport. We're North and Central weight.
Yep. We go to Davenport Central tonight. I think 2 or 3 years ago we put these guys on our schedule. We thought it was a good early season matchup. We usually match up pretty well. Our skill levels are about the same, even though they're bigger schools. They're not the strongest in the MAC, not the strongest schools in the MAC. You know, it'd be a little different if we wrestled Beck North or Assumption or something like that, which we wrestle later on in the year.
Right.
But, you know, in the early part of the year, we kind of like to get our guys, you know, out on the mat to compete at a level where they're comfortable with. And we found that, you know, Davenport North and Davenport Central, it's an easy trip into town, not too far, and we're pretty competitive with them. We're looking forward to it tonight.
Well, still, I mean, the guys have to be pretty excited going into a 4A situation.
Always.
Not that they don't need any other motivation to get up tonight, but if they do, that has to be pretty exciting.
I think we always like to go compete against Davenport schools just to see, you know, sometimes as suburbs, you know, they think, they're just little schools, but you know, we usually compete pretty well against them, and you know, we're looking forward to it.
Well, you guys have a successful program that it's not like it's questionable whether you can go in there, you know.
Yeah. We try to.
What goals do you have for tonight? I mean,
I think just like any time, you know, you're kind of apprehensive as a coach because you think, you know, are they prepared? Are they ready? You know, so I'm just looking at kids that are going out and going to be aggressive, you know, working forward. We always say work forward, and, you know, a lot of position. We want to make sure that we continue to be in good position, and, you know, little things like that we can work on in the room. It's always nice we tape all our meets, and you can go back and kind of dissect what we're doing wrong, and then it's easier to coach. Like, you know, coming early next week, I can, you know, have a list of things that we need to work on, you know, but it's kind of nice to have live wrestling. You can only see so much in the room when they're wrestling each other.
Right. After tonight, you move on Saturday to Wapello. You guys have gone down there every year since I've been here.
Yes,
and it's really a nice tournament. I mean,
I think the competition has really increased over the years. I mean, I think it's a nice early season tournament, but you know, you have Wilton in there, who's always, you know, high quality.
You probably could stop right there.
Yeah,
you know,
they're pretty salty this year, and you know, Highland's always got a couple kids that are, you know, really, you know, pretty high quality. And this year, Fort Madison's always been there, Mount Pleasant's always been there. And those are little bigger schools that usually bring a full squad and usually compete for the team. You know, them and Wilton and those guys usually compete for the team title. But, you know, and Columbus is down there, which is, you know, they always have a good program. I mean, they always have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 guys that are real high quality. This year I saw that they added a couple teams, and it always used to be an 8-man tournament, but this year they have 2 other teams. It's English Valleys and Sigourney Keota that we've never seen. And I know Sigourney Keota in the past has always had a pretty high quality program, and I know English Valleys has a young man at 106 that his name's Sheldon Ely, and he was 4th at districts last year at 106 in the same weight class or the same district that Chase was at, X-Line was at. So, you know, we got some good high quality kids. I know at 20 there was from Fort Madison, there's two ranked kids from Fort Madison that are coming down there too. A 13-pounder named Meyer, and a 20-pounder, I don't remember what his name was. But obviously, I think 120-pound class is going to be pretty good down there with this Fort Madison kid who's ranked, and then Brady Rudin, I think, is going 20 this year. And then Aaron's going 20 this weekend. So it'll be kind of fun to watch that, especially that weight class.
Did you guys get into teams from sectionals down there yet?
Well, sectional, we have Wilton in section, and but Highland, I think, is on the other side in districts. I don't think Comanche. I think Comanche is still 2A, but that'd be it for right. No, Wapello's in our section.
Yeah.
Wapello, Wilton, us, and then English Valleys is over on the other side, I think, of our district. They're on the other side of our district.
I know. I think Tipton's wrestled English Valley or Belle Plaine or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some of our schools go over there or whatever. So yeah, some of these schools, it's kind of neat to see you guys get a shot at some of these guys too.
I think we always want to see. It's kind of like why we have Lisbon on our has been on our schedule with Davenport Assumption is you want to see who you have and
Right.
who they have, and you don't want to be surprised at the end of the year.
Right.
You'd rather see them during the year and see what they got and kind of work on it from there.
What same sort of goals headed into that tournament?
I think so. Every single one of our wrestlers is going to wrestle down there this weekend. Our JV guys are going down Friday night, and our varsity guys are going Saturday. So we'll all get matches again, and it'll be kind of unique for the younger guys because no matter what, this week they'll probably get 5 or 6 matches just in a 3-day stretch. Well, sometimes they didn't do that in a week and a half stretch in junior high.
Right.
So it'll be kind of an eye opener, I think, for the younger guys. But the other guys are, the older guys are really looking forward to, getting down there and getting after it.
Okay. Well, real quick, as we kind of wrap up here, Durant, you guys host 2 junior high meets to end the season next year. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, I think our junior high program is on its way. We've had low numbers the last couple of years, but as I see the 5th and 6th graders coming up from next year, I think our numbers are going to increase again. And I mean, we always have a lot of people here and a lot of fan support here when we do have home meets, and we really appreciate that. And I can see wrestling coming back in the junior high level.
Well, speaking of home meets too, kind of jumping way ahead down to January, February, and you guys get sectionals.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
I think this is our second year with sectionals, and we had districts one year too.
Yeah,
I think it's always nice to host. I think we have a nice facility. I think we have good facilities, and I think it's good to. It's always fun to have full house, especially at a wrestling meet. And it's just fun to, showcase what we have. And I think it's always fun for the boys to have a home meet.
Well, let's wrap up, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Great.
And we'll have a lot to talk about
yes,
between tonight and the wrestling tournament.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Thanks for your time, and
you're welcome.
We'll catch up with you next week.
All right.